Hi, this is Lisa Murkowski, and welcome to this meeting of the Council of the University of the Arctic. Unfortunately, I'm not able to join with you today, but I do appreciate the opportunity to share some of my thoughts with you on the growing importance of the Arctic Council and the U.S. Arctic policy. I had the opportunity to attend the most recent Arctic Council ministerial meeting in Kiruna, Sweden. I was part of the U.S. delegation with Secretary of State John Kerry. It's been striking to observe the growing international importance of the Arctic Council, particularly over the last couple of years, as more and more non-Arctic nations seek observer status on the Council. The significant amount of time that was spent discussing their applications was considerable, but the importance of their inclusion was also recognized as the way to secure the Arctic Council as the primary forum for Arctic cooperation. I think it truly is a sign that the Arctic Council is more than just a regional body. It is setting policies for the Arctic that will be abided by all nations. Now, the other aspect of the Arctic Council meeting that inspired me, and an area where the University of the Arctic has and needs to continue to play a key role, is the zone of peace that it encompasses. The Arctic is not presently subject to the type of long-standing disputes and entrenched views that make diplomatic activity in the region difficult. This is an area where there are opportunities for positive engagement between neighbors, even if they may have disagreements in other parts of the world. And to give you a very specific example, U.S. Secretary of State Kerry and Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov were standing side by side, signing a binding agreement on oil spill preparedness and response capabilities in the Arctic. And they were doing this while differences over Syria and U.S. Embassy spy charges were hanging over their heads. It was a reminder to all of us that even when nations are disagreeing in certain areas, that when it comes to issues that relate to the Arctic, we can come together in common purpose. I can think of no better ongoing example of this than the academic and scientific cooperation that occurs through the University of the Arctic. I would encourage each of you to share that message with your respective governments so that the Arctic will continue to be viewed as and function as an area of international cooperation, truly a zone of peace. I believe that we can carry this forward in another area as well. A common issue that was highlighted in the Kiruna Statement was the latest Arctic Parliamentarian Conference statement from Iceland and the Euro-Atlantic Action Plan for Cooperation and Enhanced Arctic Security, of which the University of the Arctic played a role. And that is the establishment of an Arctic Economic or Business Forum, an Arctic Chamber of Commerce, that includes the local communities and indigenous peoples of the Arctic to promote public-private partnerships, foster job creation, and further enhance the Arctic as an area of cooperation and coordination. I'll be encouraging the U.S. government to move in this direction, as well as the Obama administration fills in the details of its national strategy for the Arctic region. Unveiled in time for the Arctic Council Ministerial, the strategy lays out some general guidelines for the U.S. overall Arctic policy, encompassing the national security aspect as well as science and research, the needs of the indigenous populations, and resource management. Now, the administration is still in the process of formulating its implementation plan for the strategy, but I fully expect that the residents of Alaska, and most certainly those that are involved with the University of Alaska, I expect you all to play central roles in its development. Again, I thank you for this opportunity to address the Council of the University of the Arctic. Well, not in person, but again, being able to speak with you today on issues that we all share. I wish you all the best during your meetings and your discussions. Thank you.